Welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth, and this is Beth's Bookish Reviews, and I'm here today to do a book video, and I am redoing my 50 before 50 because I kind of am not motivated to do the other one. I'm not reading those books. have no intention of reading those books, and I really wanted to set a 50 before 50 and accomplish them, and I have no intention of doing that with those books. So let me tell you the story that happened at 1 o'clock this morning. I got up and decided I wanted to do this. So now I looked horrible, so I was not going to be on camera. So I had my notebook open and I just turned the camera face down, so that when you looked at the screen, you were just looking at my notebook, and I was showing the prompt, and then I was going to just insert the picture. So I went through the whole 50 books, pulled all 50 prompts. Now this took quite a bit of time because I was pulling 10 prompts, searching for the books, researching for the books and searching for them. I can't find the footage. My husband said, well, you obviously didn't record it. So here I am. I have it written down. I'm not going to go hunt down all these books, so I'm just going to put pictures up here, and yeah, anyway, I have to drink some water. Okay. The first one I drew was a second chance romance. And for the book for this one is Everyone is Beautiful by Catherine Cinder. And the only thing I know about this book is that the woman in the book learns to fall back in love with her husband. Okay? So the next prompt was a book set in China. So I chose Lady Tan's Circle of Women by Lisa See. And in that book, our main character is being raised by her grandmother, I think. And her grandmother I think it's her grandmother, is a doctor, and she's raising her to push past the norms that have been set. Okay, so the next one is a historical fiction that takes place in multiple countries. I used one of my DIY literature degree books. I used Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. Next we have Set in California. I'm going to use East of Eden by John Steinbeck. The next book is A Crafty Cozy Mystery. I chose Murder, Plain and Simple by Isabella Allen. Set in Ireland, another one of my books for my DIY literature degree. A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man by James Joyce. Set in a tropical climate. This is another DIY literature degree book. Wide Sargasso Sea by Jean Reese. Number 8 was set in an African country. Tears of the Giraffe by Alexander McCall Smith. And this is part of the Ladies #1 Detective Agency. Alright, prompt number 9 was books about civil rights movement, and I chose Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. Number 10 was a thriller. I didn't choose a thriller per se. I chose, I don't think I think it's more like a horror book, but I'm going to use it as a thriller. I don't know what it's labeled as. But I chose Simone St. James's A Box Full of Darkness. It's supposed to come out January 20th. I'm going to look it up though. Prompt 11 was a non-fiction book. I chose The Secret Rooms by Catherine Bailey. I don't really know anything about that. Middle grade fantasy. I chose Wildwood by Colin Malloy. Oh, it says horror mystery thriller, so I'm not too far off. But horror is the first genre on there. Book where characters take a vacation. I chose another DIY literature book. To the Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf. Southern Noir was number 14. The Quiet Game by Greg Iles. 15. Wilderness Mystery or Suspense, Iron Lake by William Kent Kruger. This is his first in any other time I would have just came right out with this. Cork O'Connor series. Alright, 16, Set in the Future, Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Doerr. Now, the whole novel is not set in the future. I understand that. It's just one timeline is set in the future. Book about social justice issue. I chose Emmanuel Ocho's Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man. Number 18's prompt was a biography, and I chose Staying Gold, and this is about the outsiders, and this is by Danny Boy O'Connor, and he has another person that wrote it with him, but I didn't get that name. Alright, 19, title starts with a V, and I chose Villette by Charlotte Bronte. 20, about a real or fictional queen. I chose Dark Queens by Shelby Pahuk, and this was because it's set in the time period that I teach. Published this year, Never Flinch by Stephen King. Nonfiction about pop culture, The Third Gilmore Girl by Kelly Bishop. Book by an Indigenous author, Buffalo Hunter by Stephen Graham Jones. Author shares your first name. Another DIY literature degree, North and South by Elizabeth Gascon. I know these books are just flashing up on your screen and you're not able to see them. Book about productivity and planning. I chose The Writing Life by Annie Dillard because I feel like I could take some lessons in my writing. 3-word title, Stalking the Divine by Kristen Olson. Nonfiction about health or the human body. This is by Jesse Inchauspy. Glucose Revolution, the life-changing power of balancing your blood sugar. That was kind of, for a reason. Romance about an older couple, Trading Christmas by Debbie McComber. Set in a hotel, inn, or bed and breakfast, The Haunted Hotel by Wilkie Collins. Told from multiple POVs, A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. 31, A Gothic Romance, Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. 32, first book in a mystery series, Death at the Fireside Inn by Kitty Kildare. About a Female Detective, The Last Mrs. Summers by Reese Bowen. 34, biography about an author, The Turning Point by Robert Douglas Fairhurst, and this is about Charles Dickens. Written by an author who uses initials. Wasteland by T.S. Eliot. Book with 500 plus pages. Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. Book about a character on a journey. Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. 38. Locked Room Mystery. Murder on the Christmas Express by Alexandra Benedict. 39. Read with Jenna Book Club Pick. Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. 40. Jane Austen retelling. I actually have one over there that I think I want to read. But I chose Emma by Alexander McCall Smith. 41. Book written in first person point of view. The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. Title begins with a J. Julie by Catherine Marshall. Title begins with a T. The Teachers by Alexandra Robbins. Title begins with a Q. A Quiet Life by Ethan Joella. A trilogy, the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. I know it's part of a bigger series as well, but I'm just using the 3 Mistborn books, the first 3. Book inspired by the book that inspired a TV show, Into the Wild by John Krakauer. 47. Book of Essays, Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. 48. Historical fiction about U.S. history, Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry. That one could have been inspired a TV show. Book about friendship, Fox by Joyce Carol Oates. And 50. Mystery featuring a PI, Maisie Dobbs by Jacqueline Winspear. So this is my 50 before 50. I plan to read a lot more than I have. I think I've read 5 on the other one. And I have not put forth any effort to read in. Please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, click that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.